We have seen them, 10-year-old boys wiping their mother's tears and 12-year-olds being praised for being the man of the house. A teenage boy who can't go out with friends because he doesn't want to leave his mom alone. At first glance, it sounds like maturity, responsibility, even love. But look again. This isn't caregiving. It's a quiet emotional hijacking dressed up as loyalty. And it's time we stop pretending it's harmless. Let's say it plainly. Some boys are being raised not just as sons, but as surrogate husbands, not sexually, hopefully, but emotionally. They are being turned or being burdened with adult expectations, recruited to meet their mother's emotional needs, and applauded for performing as confidence protectors and advisors. This is not parenting. This is manipulation and sabotage. And it's breaking something in boys that they won't even notice until much later, when they find themselves in relationships where closeness feels suffocating, where independence feels like betrayal, or where love always has a price. This son-husband dynamic is a widespread pattern that has entered into everyday parenting, especially in homes where fathers are absent, neglectful, or emotionally disengaged. Instead of mourning the emotional gap left behind, some mothers slide their sons into that empty space. It starts with innocent phrases like, "You are the only man I can count on," and "I don't need anyone else, I have you." But what sounds like affection quickly warps into emotional dependence. And once a child becomes a crutch, they stop being free. Psychologists have studied this pattern and they use the term parentification. It's when children are made responsible for the emotional or practical needs of their parents. According to research by Chase and Deming and others, parentified children often struggle with guilt, anxiety, and identity confusion well into adulthood. In son-husband situations, this burden is gendered and specific. Boys are groomed to be the emotional anchor for their mothers and then expected to develop into independent, emotionally available men. I don't know how. They are damaged. Culturally, we romanticize this trap in many communities, especially those shaped by patriarchy and poverty. The idea of a son stepping up is celebrated. We paint him as noble. He keeps his mother company in the evenings, and every time he sacrifices his own needs, he's told he's doing the right thing. But what's actually happening is a loss of childhood, a silencing of his own feelings, and a training in codependency. Now, you might be wondering, isn't it good for boys to be emotionally in tune, helpful at home, and loyal to their mothers? Yes, of course. But those traits should be choices, not duties. They should come from a place of healthy connection, not guilt or pressure. When a boy feels responsible for regulating his mother's mood or solving her loneliness, that's not empathy, it's entrapment. And the long-term fallout is real. Clinical studies have linked such entrapment to intimacy disorders, chronic self-doubt, and even resentment towards women later in life. You might be a parent hearing this and thinking, "But I needed my son. He was all I had." And that's valid. Loneliness is real. Support is hard to come by. But children, no matter how strong, kind, or concerned, are not designed to hold the weight of adult pain. They can witness your healing, but they cannot be its source. They deserve to be children, to say no, to be selfish, to slam doors and make mistakes and not be your rock. There is nothing noble about raising your boys to be your emotional substitute. It's not empowering. It's not just how we do things. It's a quiet betrayal of their right to grow up whole. If we want to raise emotionally healthy men, we have to stop raising or praising their self-erasure as son husbands and start protecting their boundaries. Boys don't need to be men before they are ready, and they certainly don't need to be husbands to their mothers. Let them be sons, let them be free. Because when we turn boys into bandages, we shouldn't be surprised when they grow into men who can't stop bleeding. What are your thoughts or experiences with son husbands? Share in the comments below, and see you in the next one.